I met Sarah Bear in the flesh, but like 20 years younger today. Oh, I see her. Built just like her, great tan, son of a gun, and has a jump shot just like her. Kid you not. Oh my gosh. Like you talk about kinematic equivalent. Oh, like the ability just off of the dribble to just rock it. Like, I am curious to see if this is a natural or if this is taught. I want to know. Um, anyways, we were going over grounding and restorative care for the athlete because let me tell you, there's nothing more than I love than some restorative care because to me, one, it's what's needed. Oh my gosh, 100%. Yes, we can train. Yes, we can work real hard. But there's a lot of coaches that already do that and are phenomenal at it. And I know that. So I don't want to work on the same thing as someone else. I know that sounds weird to people, like, but to me it makes sense. I might just be thinking this wrong, but to me it makes sense. And I'm going to make this role finding fierceness. It's not easy. But then, haha, I see people like her. Ooh, and I see a bigger picture. I see athletes that need to be trained mentally. It's got to happen. I don't understand this. I know how to train them. 100% confident in training an athlete on how to be mentally tough. You want to know how? I can teach it. I know that. That is what I do. Teach you how to use your brain. Like, teach you on to understand your arthrokinematics of your body, of your what you look for in your area. Like, and the kids, they want to know this because they want to know what can make them better, what makes them faster, why aren't they, what can I do? But then there's also the work that has to be done, the work ethic. You this is what I'm noticing in my research. No one is training like they play. No one. No one is taking their warm up serious. This has been going on forever, guys. This is not a recent thing. Like, no one takes it serious. Let's be honest. Dun, 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 going through the warm. This is when we should be thinking, like really locking in, really testing our brain. Like, I want someone just to follow me in a warm up. I want to just open up this whole area that I have here. Be like, you know what? If you want to warm up, come on over. You know, because I don't know what else to do. And then you see the struggle. The kids to grasp them all, to harness them all, to know that there's a way to understand my resources and use them adequately and resourcefully. I need to come back to being me, to being strong, consistent, reliable. I'm tired of thinking that I know all because I do not, and I am tired of having to think that I do. Because fuck that, if it makes life way harder. And I don't want to live in a life that's hard anymore. I don't want to make life harder. I feel like sometimes we make life harder than it should be. And if it's an avoidance of something, then that's one thing. Like, but you still gotta appreciate you're avoiding it. You know, if it's not your time, don't worry about it. But you gotta realize at some point you have to you have to deal. You have to cope. And I realize that. You know, I'm grateful for my husband for pulling me back when I was getting out of sort. Maybe I need to talk about that. Maybe I need to talk about how I have done things wrong so that people can understand that mistakes aren't a bad thing. They're learning, they're understanding, they're appreciating, but it's not necessarily bad. And, and you know what's crazy is it all goes back to this one thing: vulnerability. Vulnerability, guys. At some point in in our generational um, upbringing, and it could have been from previous and previous, but you know what I do know is that it's always important um, to reevaluate, to reassess, to know that we are to use prior um, mistakes, prior, you know, experiences to help us guide for a better future. When you get so off track, though, it's hard to get back on. It's possible. It's hard, though. And yeah, it's going to be up and down. But maybe that's what it takes for someone to fully disclose everything, to completely reveal full, untapped vulnerability, the ability to ask someone anything. Now, that would be hard, especially if you knew their backstory, 'cause then you would have time to think about it. You know, I look back, if I would have had time to think about, you know, meeting different people in my life, would I ask them anything different? Would I change anything? And or more of, oh, I wish I would have asked him this, or I wish I would have uh, gotten that information. Recently, I've been told I rattle, I ramble. Hmm. Sometimes I think, why wouldn't you ramble? Did you know that the human mind processes a Harry Potter book in 20 minutes? That's fucking phenomenal. Okay. If I can't sort out my thoughts verbally in 20 minutes, I mean, can you imagine what my brain is doing? Good jeez, good heavens. Mental fatigue is an actual thing, guys. That is was in my research. We got this. Keep finding those signs, finding the hope. If you do anything, bring hope, bring inspiration, bring light. You have my words. You know my backstory, you know my trauma, my story is open, and I'm ready. Maybe this is where my tickety talk goes. I know, but I am curious to see that.